consistent. Just keep going. And no matter, we all start as trash pretty much. So just keep going. Don't stop.
Promote your shit no matter what.
Exactly.
Even if you get one view, it's still a fucking
That's a view.
Listen, control breathing. Yes, sir, I can hear your heart beating. It go to bum bum blast this. Big cannons got sticks, state drums, no yap, get whack, let me stick to the dome.
Alright, man. I'm gonna try this again because the other video, the audio is fucked up. Hopefully the audio is good this time. So it's TaylorMade Grid TNG. Welcome to the Scrap Wealth Lab. Basically, pointing up the Scrap Wealth Lab is for average people like you and me to work a 9-to-5 or living I don't know. So you gotta make some money on a computer if you have that resource. Fucking wrong. There's ways you could do things on your phone, but really I'm just gonna get to if you have a laptop or a desktop. We'll often be learning different shit. We'll be going through trial and error together, different shit like that. You feel me? We'll be experiencing. Really, this is called Scrap World Lab. So we're just gonna be trying all that just shit, and I'm gonna show you different ways I've been able to get $1 outside of my 9-to-5 and make extra money and still be able to pay my rent, do all my regular living expenses, and still have money on the side to invest, build the account, and do other shit like it's all about education and always being a student. I'm still a student. But yeah. In the introduction, whatever, I'll tell you some more shit about myself. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just let y'all know all work is profit in the name of God. No cap, bro. Let me show y'all. So just short, real quick. I am a type 2 diabetic and I've been diabetic since I was 16. I found out I was diabetic. I'm Halloween actually. And I was eating the 600 candy. My dad is diabetic and he checked my blood sugar. I was 300 and he told me the normal range was like 170 to 100. So, I'm a teenager. I'm not stupid. I looked it up. I had frequent urination, sudden weight loss because I used to be big. And in my middle school year, lost all the weight during my transition from middle to high school. So I'm finding out I'm diabetic. Like, I call my mom to take me to the doctor because I told her I think I'm diabetic. And she thinks I'm sound crazy, but we go anyway. And I find out. And, long story short, I've been dealing with that shit 10 years. Dealing with eating habits, really bad eating habits, simply just because of lack of money growing up with my parents and all types of family bullshit. But all that aside, basically, I felt like a piece of shit and I always felt like I can never do anything about my diabetes. But all it really is just hard work, you feel me? Just go in the gym and eat right and just do some research and always stay educated, and that's what I did. So that's what this is. This is just like a little 5.5 month transformation. I'm still working on myself. Matter of fact, I was able to manifest my own gym garage, and that was part of the hard work and, just hustling and shit. Because I need to live. My health is my wealth, and I can't let my disease fucking, make me weak. So what I did was I just brought a healthy environment to me. I turned the garage into a whole entire gym. And I'll show you how I did that in another YouTube video in the future. But this is just 5.5 months progress. I am insulin resistant, so it's hard to burn fat and shit. So I just started fasting once a day, and I just started eating meat. Go look up carnivore diet. It's really great for diabetes, but I'm not gonna get into all that. All that stuff you say really. So this is just a snapshot of my portfolio, and this is only probably like 3 months, little by little. And within the last month, I just started being really aggressive. So this is just a snapshot. This is not even the deck. These are some designs I made on Canva, and I just bought them in. I just got the free trial, tried all the pro elements, and as you can see, valiant creator is we need to be brave. We need to put ourselves out there, create something. That's the only way we can get some attention and possibly make another dollar. So these are more of my designs. I haven't made a lot of money. I've only made $30 since opening the store. But as you can see, representing diabetes and different shit like that. It's just a return on one day. It doesn't really mean nothing. Thoughts are volatile depending on what you're picking. So I'm just, showing y'all that I actually built this portfolio from $200 starting. So this is just showing that as you stay consistent, you'll grow your portfolio. So this is probably a snapshot from like a week ago or a couple days. And this is a picture of me proving that I actually go to work every fucking day, at least for 40 hours. So I'm not hella rich or nothing like that. I just be at home using my time as much as possible so I can buy it back. I mean, one day I'm gonna fire my boss. So this is just proof that I work. So that's that. I'll show y'all something else. So part of what I do is also I do a lot of trade work on the side. I did trade work and I was an apprentice doing the California Conservation Corps, and I learned how to do all kinds of shit there, power tools and things. So I took that and I turned it into a little side hustle business. I was actually able to pay my rent for like 2 months straight just because I invested in a $360 song. So if this is this is proof that like I'm building that much gift for myself out. So put yourself out. So yeah, that is like a little bit of backup to what I'm about to present you guys. So yeah, okay. So where do we start with? Where do we start the scrapbook lab? What do we lab on first? What did I start labbing on first? What I started labbing on first when I very wanted to start making my own money other than working a job was crystals and gems, which was physical inventory. And that was back when I was like 19, 20. So the problem with that was it was physical inventory. The easy thing about now is that we could sell digital products and the money can pretty much make it so. So digital products is just like websites and other things like that. You don't even have to sell the website. You can publish it and make money off of that and just drive traffic. And so my last video, I tried to do a tutorial of that shit and I fucked up the audio. So now I'm going to try and do a proper tutorial on how to do this shit. And where we're going to start first is introducing ChatGPT. Obviously, I know what that is. But they upgraded the model to 5. So it's beneficial for everybody. Even the free version has 5, but I'm going to be real with y'all. I would invest at least $300 to $400 on doing some of this stuff that I'm about to show you just so y'all can have some wiggle room with failure. But if you have a job, it's actually easier to fail because there's not much to lose. If it doesn't work out, the only thing that you lose is some money and maybe some time. But you'll make the fucking money back. I promise. If you have the right mindset, you'll make the money back regardless, especially if you go to work. It's not hard. You just have to actually change your mindset and think about it. I promise. You gotta think that money in a different way. It's supposed to flow. You're not supposed to sit on it. You're not supposed to sit in it. You're supposed to let it work for you. That's the whole point of investing. But I'm gonna show you guys an idea and not really an idea, but just like how do we start with making money? And how we start with making money, the easiest way to make money is that it's in somebody else's pocket. And the easiest way for them to give it to you is if they're in pain. So we have to look at ourselves like doctors that have medicine. And, like the medicine only makes the symptom go away, but we're supposed to generate solutions. Like we're supposed to get rid. So the easiest way to make some money is just to solve a pain. Worldwide pain. So the easiest way to do that is just to ask ChatGPT, what is a pain in the internet world that we can solve? So basically, that might sound cliche, but a one-page website, and you could just make it free, like I said, with Google Assets, and then just make it better than whatever site out there that has the best SEO and traffic and shit that's making the most money a month. You have ChatGPT scout that shit, look at it, and then tell it to design something along that level using a multitude of vibe coder apps. The one I'm about to use is called Base44. But first we need to actually learn how to prompt the GPT. So we need to tell it exactly what we need to do so we can get our one-page website going. And this is not going to be like overnight. you will be working on this and you will have to put at least a little bit of money. So I would have $20 for ChatGPT, $20 for the Base44 app, or whatever subscription to any other vibe coder. There's different ones. You can also do your research on YouTube about that, or you could even ask ChatGPT. It's really not that hard. So that is the first thing. So we're going to ask it some shit. So first, we need to give you information about the website we're going to use to even make our website. So we're going to tell it, this is what we're going to tell it. Okay. Sorry about that. That took a little minute. But this is what it says. Let's create a one-page website that solves a typical problem of the internet. It needs to be a problem that everyone uses the internet and a computer for business, school, and productivity run into when doing what they do. I want you to first conduct research on the most common problem so we can come with a website that solves this problem all in one great experience. It must be competitive with the most visited sites that solve the same problem. We are using Base44 to structure this site. Make sure you conduct research on how this website put websites together for the best prompt optimization for construction. So we're going to put that in and we're going to let it go. While that clicks, I'm going to show you an example of a website I built. And this is actually a website y'all can help me build together. This is called Access One. You can actually donate to keep the server going. As I'm using Base44, the website I'm showing you guys, I'm actually paying a subscription to keep these websites in. But the great thing about Base44 is that you can create unlimited websites, but you do have credits. And that's why we're using ChatGPT to build this, because with this vibe coder, the shorter the instruction, each instruction takes a credit. So what ChatGPT does is create long, instructive prompts to save you as much credits as possible. Not only that, it can come up with prompts that comply with whatever vibe coder code method or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't, but hopefully that makes sense. So it's done cooking. So it did all the research. So PDF file conversion. People have problems with those. Background removal. We already tried that in the last video, so we're going to try something different this time. Audio, video to text, transcribe, summarize, notes. So I'm thinking I'm going to go with number 4 for the year. An instant background cleaner. We're not doing that. How to get the best build from prompts. So it did its research. It says be specific on who, what, why, describe user journey, state what, not how, and iterate. They provide prompt frameworks and micro prompts. Let users add logic for, make it feel like, examples. Use AI control / discuss mode when changes spill over. So these are all the options. They give you the who, what, why, the function, user experience, the style, blah, blah, blah. And then the one we're going to do is this one. And it's just going to tell them you want this one. So it's going to give us a bunch of reasons and backed up evidence and research and sources as to why this would work, market proof and all that. It's going to tell us how to make it competitive. Then it's going to go and say Base44 one-page build prompt ready to use. We'll build a one-page web app called Instant Notes for students, business pros, content creators who need instant transcription and summaries. Must work great on mobile and desktop. And then it's going to give you a list of all the functions. We're going to use this prompt and we're going to log it into Base44. So, all right, we're in Base44. As you can see, these are my different apps. For example, this is a page that I made for my sister because she launched her book 2 days ago. And I will leave this link in my description if you want to donate to me, or like if you want to support my sister's book. It's on Amazon Kindle for $5, so you can go and check that out. But this is just an example, and I still have to work on it for her. These are the different apps, like my Access One. This is the website that actually got approved for AdSense. I just need to get rid of this stuff so it'll get finally approved. But this is going to be my test run for some revenue. This is the first test run. So if this one is complete, all I have to do is just give it this stuff. And then Google said it's ready. So all I got to do is get rid of that. And then we're going to test run it. And I'm going to show you the results once we get that going. But this is just one of them. Because we can make as much as we want as long as we have the credits for it. So that's why I said I'll at least try the $20 a month first. See what you can do with it. Really do not waste your resources and really try this out. So we're just going to put in the prompt. As you can see here, we gave it all the instruction and now it's implementing all the things that we told it. And then over here is just letting you know that it is working on the prompt that you gave it, and it's going to add all these different components and stuff. So it doesn't have a name yet, but once it generates the app, it's going to have a dashboard, like a back page, or I think that's what it's called, where it shows you all the code and all that. I'm really not like a code person or whatever. I just play with computer a lot, but I'm not that deep. This is actually what's saying is a lot easier for people to actually get into digital marketing, sell their own websites. You can actually hit up local people around your city and your town and shit if you actually live like higher populated places, and see if local businesses have shitty websites and you can use something like this, redesign one, already have it ready to go and just tell them, yo, I got a website for you. I know your website look like shit. I got a new review. I'll let you check it out. You know how, you can test run that shit if you really like it. And you could even cap, even if that's your first website, you just be like, I usually sell my websites for like 500, but I'll sell it to you for 250, and then boom, you 250 up, and then like you can pay for your subscriptions and stuff. You feel me? You can get it. So, and it does give you free credits every day. So if you're really like that bro, just use free GPT and just squeeze the best you can out of these credits day by day and just work on it day by day until you can make a play. Or so yeah, we're just gonna let this shit cook. But in the meantime, I can show y'all different things that we could do to make some extra money while that is cooking. So while I was cooking, I came across this drop shipping store called TeePublic, and I know y'all heard of Canva. So what I did was I used Canva and I just used the free trial because it has all the pro elements, and I just took advantage of Canva for a month and I just made all these designs. Some of these I designed over a year ago and I didn't really know what the fuck I was doing. I was just doing things that I like. And when you say you like, it doesn't really mean nothing to anybody else. Like I said, like you got to be interested in other people. You got to be able to solve their problems and serve them, because whatever problem they're going through, they want that solved more than they want whatever money is in their pocket. They'll give you the money. They just want to get rid of the fucking problem. You feel me? So once I started realizing shit like that, that's when I had to look at myself and understand myself. Like, what problems do I have that I would probably want to solve? Like, I don't know if I ain't looking hard enough, but I don't see nothing that really supports diabetes in the sense where it looks good. And, well, I think it looks good, obviously, because I made it. But you feel me? Like, really fight back against food disorders and shit like that, because food is like, shit like crack, man. So I made something to solve my own problem, and a lot of other people have diabetes, so I created this. So this is just an example of just like that first like thought of other people by thinking about myself, in a sense, if that makes sense, that I thought was cool. But I'm not really like going hella hard on this shit. This is just like, if you really love, if you want to make clothing and stuff like that, by all means, like go crazy on this shit. You could even, pay for advertisement, get your drop shipping score on the SEO, like on Google and even GPTs and shit. Like you'll be first suggestion. But this is just one little avenue. I don't make a lot of this. Only sold 13 items. I'm making $10 this month. I only made $30 total. This store has only been up for a year. So, it's like, it's just something to do to satisfy my creativity itch. But if I really want to go hard on it, I will go hard on it. So that's another thing. So yeah, we're waiting for that shit to cook. Let's see if we cook. Okay, so it's cooked now. So all we gotta do is just see if it's even like does it actually work? We're gonna upload something short. Okay, so it actually goes to my file. I'm gonna go here. We're gonna go to Taylor's reportings. And I think the last one I gave is very, very short. Hopefully. Yes. Okay. This one's really short. We're gonna upload it and see if it actually works. So we gotta let it cook. Again, so this usually happens sometimes. It's not perfect. Like I said, go on YouTube and do your research on some of the best AI web builders. This is just one that I kept seeing ads on, so I just gave it a shot. So this is the one I'm showing you guys. I don't even have an affiliate with this, so don't take it too serious. This is just an example to help y'all out, give y'all a path. So you usually have credits, and if it fucks up, it'll be like resolve with the AI, and that won't take credits from you. So you should be woozy on that. I would even check. But we're just gonna wait for it to fix this shit. So at least it's showing us that it's fixing it right here, right there. So that's a good thing. All right, so let's try it again. See if it works. If she's found again, you might have to keep doing this over and over until it works. What you could also do is revert the message, but you have to send a second message, and that second message is the one that has to be referred because the first message is supposed to pilot the app. So what you do is go back into ChatGPT and just tell it to overhaul the experience and add some good features on a one-page ad. Just give it a dark theme. I'm just talking to it like I'm the boss because I am the boss nigga. So I said overhaul the experience, add bonus features and tips, but it has to be all in one page. Make it have a dark theme, create a prompt for this. Also make sure that the downloader and all the features work and don't bug out. And do not bug out, They need to be useful. So I'm just talking like just talk to me. But if you have ChatGPT agent, I ran out of all my agent credit. But you could deadass just have ChatGPT go into Base44 and just have the AI talk to the other AI, and it's so much cleaner. You just give it clear instructions on what you want. You can always intervene and tell it to do some other shit, and like the AI recognize when that AI is fucking up, and it'll let you know, it'll know how to correct. I can show you an example later. In a separate clip because I did record some of that process, but because I don't have any agent credits, I really can't show y'all right now. But I'll just I edit this shit. There'll be a clip there. So here's the prompt: create a single page dark theme with that. Blah blah blah. Copy all this shit. And it's a lot of shit, you feel me? But this is just one prompt. I'm guessing this is one prompt. Whatever. We're just gonna experiment. We're gonna copy the whole fucking thing and just give it to the Base44. If it glitches out, that means shit. But I'm pretty sure these are like different topic prompts to keep adding on to it on the one page. But if you want to save some time, you can just see if it can digest it properly. So we're just gonna copy it. We're just gonna see if it cooked. That's all. Let's try it again. So it's tweaking. So we're not even gonna fucking trip on that shit. We're gonna fix it ourselves. So like I said, while that website is clicking, let's just find some other shit to do. So another way y'all can make some bucket money is just by learning how to do candlesticks, reading candlesticks on a stock chart. And the way I practice that is on an account called Pocket Option. I really don't use it to make money. It's very risky, but you can use it to look at trends, draw shit. If there's a constantly moving chart, and there's a paper trading account, so you can do like a demo account. And so you can just play with it and just draw a bunch of shit. So put horizontal on it. You can put it at a resistance. So we could just zoom in here, and then we could just, for example, say this is resistance, and then put line. Yeah. So you can just, observe trends on different things, and then you can apply that to actual investing. If you don't know how to invest, we can get into that. We can seriously get into that, and safe ways to invest and risky ass ways to invest. The difference between day trading, swing trading, long term, mid term, and short term hold. Yeah. But hopefully this is something you can use to practice. I wouldn't actually put real money in this shit and try and trade anything. Like, for example, I'm going to show y'all real quick. This is my real account. I only got $14 in here, and this $14 has been sitting here for like almost a year. So I really don't care if I lose it or not. We'll play with it just for the simple fact that this is called Scrap Rope Lab. So we just gonna get scrappy and straight, nigga. See if it works. But we'll just put a trend line. And I'm not gonna explain too much shit that I'm doing right now. It's just an example to show y'all how this shit works. But you can just use it for practice. But you can make a decent amount of money. There's people that make 100K, 30K, 5,000. There's people that cash out on this shit. Go do your research on YouTube. I'm really not gonna give you no real financial advice on this website other than to use it for drawing trends, observing where a chart is going. Other than that, I wouldn't even trade on this shit. It's not the same as like having a brokerage account, doing options, or even picking individual stocks. This is like playing lottery. Like, you can draw all you want, and like, you can draw all you want, but it still won't matter. This is not it. Like, this is like different. It's totally different for them. I almost feel like it's a scam. A lot of people think this shit is a scam. You can actually make real money with this. That's showing y'all some shit that I play with every now and then while the fucking website is. So I'm not too entirely sure if it incorporated everything we needed. Hopefully it worked. I don't see nothing different. We'll wait a little bit. Or I don't know. Some of these functions, like I said, I don't know. Base44, it just might not be. Did add the dark and light mode, but it just doesn't fucking work. So I would probably stick to something more simpler. But this is just an example. And as I said, do something simple like the loan calculator, like numbers and shit. Or this does solve a pretty good problem, but there's probably a better AI coder that can do this a lot better. I've seen it on YouTube. So this is just a good example. We can always rest the shit. You can let it fix it though. We can see if it actually works. Or we can record an audio. Which actually, because I'm recording this, I'm not gonna do that. And you could try the YouTube thingamabob. We'll try it. We'll just buy one of my songs. Alright, we're just gonna go to one of my beats. Let's see if this shit actually. See if it works. So it says in this video, the speaker introduces a free tool called GLTICHED. I mean, I just thought about it. I gave a beat. Beat is only 3 minutes. Says that this shit is, or maybe I'm tripping. Actually, it's not bad though. If you actually read the description, it's saying, okay, so it's just describing what it's actually like hearing, but it's not hearing a voice, which is why I was trying to use the other one. But it works with links apparently, but uploading is still bugging. But we'll go back to the homepage. We'll try it again. I'm not trying to beat it. I'm just trying to give you guys an example of what y'all can do. You do not have to use this one. You do not have to use Base44. Find something better, clearly. And matter of fact, I might also consider this a review. So this is part of labbing, is I've always run into bullshit and things that work, things that don't. And if you're not scared to take risks, if you're comfortable with losing at least 70% of your fucking money, then it should be all good, to be honest. Because you have to live like money just flows like water, like oxygen. And if you sit on money and if you try to fucking keep saving it in one giant pool of whatever, and outside things are gonna find a way to fucking take your money. Shit, other things are gonna snatch it if you don't give it a job and then as well. So sometimes you have to fucking pay for your education and your mistakes. So even though this worked for me and I've been using this for about 3 weeks, it still is giving me some weird glitches and itches with the website that I've been working on for a minute now. So that's just what it is. And it's a lot easier to take risks when you have a job, you feel me? Because you could just work it on. Your money will come back. And time equals experience and wisdom. And hopefully you pay for that. So, I'm not trying to go off the rail, but real shit. So that's that's pretty much it right there. And then you gotta go, once you get your website going, go to Google AdSense and get it approved. And the easiest way to get that shit right is fucking easiest way to get Google AdSense or whatever is just, get a domain name, put it on there, and then once you got the domain, then you'll figure it out if you know how to read and click around enough. Get a domain name for your website, polish that shit, make sure it's really polished because with AI shit is still gonna glitch out. So polish it, get a domain name, publish it, and then once you publish it, go to Google AdSense, make an account, figure out how to put the Google AdSense on there. If you're confused, really take the instructions that Google AdSense give you and then give it to ChatGPT and ask it how to incorporate it with Base44's AI. That's exactly what I did, and it worked. The only thing was that I had a Google AdSense banner. Once I removed those, the website has potential to actually generate money while I go to work Monday through Friday. So also you need to be utilizing your time as wisely as possible, and you need to be doing all things possible in your day. So when you get home, you need to be figuring out what you're going to do after work. So work after work. It doesn't even matter if it's an hour, 2 hours brainstorming. Like, figure it out, bro. Realize most two ways to make money. I get home and sometimes people call me to do the yards, or I just sit on my computer and I just be like slotting in my job money into stocks. And sometimes, I like to play. Sometimes I like to play around. You feel me? Like, I'll put in 6 penny stocks and then just let it, playing that swing trade game, whatever. But like I said, I grew my portfolio from $200 to almost 25. So don't ever limit yourself. Go to the land of unfamiliar and keep exposing yourself to new things and keep being a student. And these niggas don't know you. You feel me? I'm pretty sure a lot of you don't even know who I am. And if I were to go out and tell my friends what I'm doing right now, they probably think I'm on some bullshit because, I post on Instagram about the same shit that I'm showing y'all. And nobody asks me questions. Nobody swipes them. Nobody likes my post. Nobody really gives a fuck. I literally did a money giveaway for my sister's birthday because she published a book. And I offered people, you buy the book for $5. As I showed y'all earlier, you buy the book, $5. Show me that you bought the book, and I will send you $10. So you get a free book and $5 because I'm trying to practice the art of that. Like, really nothing belongs to me. I do all things. I can do all things through God, and God is the reason why everything I have is not it's really not mine. God created everything. So I'm just borrowing all of it. Like, I'm just being blessed every single day with everything I have. So I was just trying to celebrate my sister's accomplishment by, actually doing a book. And that shit is hard. So she did the book and she put it out there on Amazon. So she released the hard copy on her birthday. So I'm like, okay, I got $300, $400 to give away. And instead of doing a raffle, I'm just like, if you buy the book, send me a receipt. Yeah, you bought the book and I'll send you $10, Cash App, Zelle, however you want it. And you get a free book. So my sister gets a sale and you make some money. But for some reason, nobody hit me up. Nobody bought a book. So what I did was I bought 4 copies of the hard copy, which is the more expensive. It was $15, which is not really expensive. But I'm just saying, I don't know. Like I said, these niggas really don't love you, bro, and it doesn't really matter. So if you're a stranger on the internet, that's probably a plus, bro, because these niggas will live more on the internet than the niggas around. Because my own Instagram is really just still the people that I grew up with and been around in jobs and shit like that. But that was clear proof to me that niggas really just don't give a shit. So, excuse me for saying that. But I just had to speak my mind on that. But other than this being a tutorial, this is just me giving different advice. And when it comes to like stocks and different things like that, honestly, I will put my investments in gold stock and certain stable stocks like treasury stock. There's a stock where it's really just a backup of or a representation of what a treasury bill is. And you can put your money into those, and I'll tell you my stock picks and my positions and things like that. But I'll worry about that in another video. Also, I would invite you guys to join my community on Skool.com. Yes, it does cost a membership to to just be on Skool, but the whole point of the community is for it to be literally like scrap world lab. Like we're supposed to be labbing and finding different ways to make money other than just being at our job. It's not just gonna be me like writing that shit. It's gonna be y'all, whoever y'all is, and who decides to help me fill this shit. You know, y'all can get on there once y'all pay the membership. I'll even do giveaways. I'll give out crap tons of money. I don't give a shit. You feel me? If you subscribe, comment your name, do a membership, I'll literally I'll give away $200 worth of Best Buy gift cards. I'll do gift cards. I'll do actual money. I can do like weekly $100 giveaways. Like I'm not really tripping off how we can build a community and shit. If that gives them more power to us and how we can fucking keep blowing our pockets and shit like that, then so be it. I'm really down for it, bro. And I'm gonna show you my Skool right now. And we're gonna keep working on it. We're gonna build courses and all types of shit. We're gonna build it together. So even though you gotta pay like $9, there's the free trial. Get the free trial, join my Skool. I'm putting a link in my description. And then we're just gonna build different things and shit, cause we're all supposed to be sharing ways we can all get it and shit without feeling like there's not enough around. So I'm gonna be helping y'all gonna be helping me, we're gonna help each other, we're gonna fucking post. This is my very first post, you feel me? We turn small scraps of time, money, and skills into real wealth, and drop your intro below and include your biggest financial goal right now, paying off debt, blah blah blah. Your biggest challenge when it comes to money and making more of it. What you want to learn in this community, stocks, options, banks, side hustle, selling a service, and skill or experience you have that can help someone else you. And also, I'm going to be documenting building a business from the ground up. I tried it before last year, but I just let life kind of bully me, but I'm not going to be bullied by life, nor am I going to be controlled by my own circumstances or my limiting thoughts. So if you want to join this community and you know you got some sauce, bro, put it in here, bro. I will be doing giveaways here. Money will be circulating around here. So I'm going to leave the link in the description. Join that shit. Like, if you got some money, put it up and I'll put mine up. That's it. So, yeah, that's tailor-made grip, bro. You feel me? To receive is to give. And I'm here to give, bro. Let's promote this shit, share this video, have other people watch it. You feel me? The more people we can get up in here, the more people we can get to pay up front, you feel me? The more we can get back. Cause I will get back so much if we can grow this community together. So like and subscribe if you really fuck with this shit. Like if you really with scrap, well, glad, bro. Please come through and I'll come. Alright, man, that's all I really gotta say. Hope y'all found this video kind of informative. We can do more shit. Just leave it in the comments if you got any suggestions. I mean, like I said, I'm still a student myself, so let's just keep fucking doing. I'm gonna show y'all different ways to flip credit cards without actually fucking up your credit and actually getting free shit with your credit card, literally free. Like things you want, literally free. The credit card will still be full, and you actually have extra money in your pocket, and it's not that hard. So, like, subscribe. I'll even put it here. You feel me? I'm gonna be building different classroom courses and shit. So we'll all be having different sauce. People could come in here. We can think about it. We could put it together. And we can put different courses up in here. And then eventually we'll have it to the point where we can all make money. You'll all have affiliate links and get y'all other people to join this shit. And hopefully we can donate to each other's businesses, stuff like that. And, just do bills and shit for get bopping, bro, for real, fucking push this shit. Usually, niggas just need to get on this shit. I don't give a fuck if you're a young nigga, mid nigga, like 30s. I don't care how old you are, bro. Just get up in here, share some thoughts. I'll share some thoughts. I'm gonna do some giveaways. I'm literally gonna give away money for niggas to fucking come through and just put it on the community. So, the money train, nigga, like, we're all trying to get it. So, if you work a regular job and if you don't, you feel me, still come through, put your money in it, bro. $9 a month, try the free trial. If you don't like it, it's not for you, and I guess it's just not meant for you. But the real niggas that are here trying to get it, y'all will tap in. I swear y'all will. Because I'm going to be uploading every week, showing y'all different ways we are getting it in the city. You feel me? So we're not just talking about it. We're gonna be about it. Okay. But all right, man. Like for real, I'm gonna get off. I think yapping TNG. See y'all, and make sure y'all join